Well, happy 4th of July from Walla Walla, Washington. I am Don Dwyer, and here is my dog, Chloe. Oh, who's going by there, sweetie? Hey! That was spontaneous. Well, anyway, I have a bit of Pyrodex in there, really a pretty good charge. And I'll shoot the cannon. I don't know if in this video or if I'll make a special video. We'll shoot it tonight when everybody else is making a whole bunch of racket, and hopefully I won't be descended on by the police. But it's actually legal to discharge a cannon in the state of Washington on holidays. But won't use a projectile or anything like that. Maybe some tissue paper and shoot things straight up or something. I don't know. Get that figured out. Well, anyway, I got this, you got to do something. You just got to keep busy. So I got this faceplate off here. I'll put this in a safe place. And I got it over here. Now, I had Lodge and Shipley Power Turn. That's a size up from this. It was somewhat over 18-inch swing. And I remember it had an 18-inch faceplate. And on that, I had this. This takes different things, but I just take this chunk of steel here, and I'm going to mount that, just drill 3 holes for it, and that'll lock it down to this. And then I can mount all kinds of things to this where I won't have to be drilling into this space here. And I did this for the other faceplate I was using too, because the mounting pins and everything's in this area. So this is a good thing to do. And I have another thing that's kind of like this, but I don't know where it is. And, oh, airplanes out there. And it's a ring that goes out here, and sometimes take this off, and this outer ring works good for supporting castings and difficult to hold things. Now, one of the things I did, let's see, where'd that go? Right there. I made this on the Monarch 10EE. This fits in there, and I could mount Harley-Davidson big twin engine cases on here by its main bearings. These are like Harley-Davidson main bearings. So I could put the case on here. Wouldn't have these races, they'd be in the case. Set the case on there, put that on there. The case is like sticking up. Then the case is like automatically centered, and I could do repairs on ones that have been welded and warped or crashed and warped. I did quite a few engine cases back in the 90s up into 2006 when the fad died, because the prices of Harleys were way over, the top $20,000 and stuff like that back in the 90s. They're sitting in garages here, but not running. All the oil ran down into the engine. They put more in and try to start it, and oil comes out of every hole in the engine. And it's broken. There's a lot of people my age that have a lot of motorcycles that aren't running in garages, and they're not worth no $20,000. They weren't a very good investment. But anyway, they're a lot of fun to ride, and they can be had cheap. The price has fallen on that stuff. But anyway, aside from this, I can mount all kinds of things in there. set that aside. And adapters, you know, whoop, like this ring here. And just a lot of things. And then be able to secure castings. I used to do quite a few cases for hydraulic pumps, cast iron cases for hydrostatic transmissions that would get broken for one reason or another, or bearings damaged, or matching ends, because sometimes something will get broken or lost, and then you'll have to take another section that's matched to the main body and dial it in. And this is a good machine to do that on the jig borer. And that's the next thing that happens. See, I used to have to do this all the time. And then I got the jig borer and started using the tree angle cutting head and the wall hopper. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this mounted on there, and that's my little 4th of July project. And I'll be back shooting that cannon and maybe some more tool grinding. I'll be doing something. Okay. I think you can see maybe everything there. I don't know. Oh, I might have to move the camera around just a little bit. I see I'm running out of time on that chip. So I'm going to have to do something about that pretty quick. And I'm going to kick on this light. It's still the 4th of July. I still want to shoot that cannon off, you know. Okay. So this is the lathe faceplate here, and I want to bore and tap 3 holes so I can mount this subplate to it. And I want to show you that you can use this machine for measuring as well as locating holes. Okay, so I'm going to put this indicator set up in here, and we'll get this piece of metal here centered. How are we doing? It is shy. Let me see where I am here. On the scale, okay, there's 0. Go this way. Okay, the machine is where it's supposed to be, and I think this is not. So I'm going to take, and it's high, and I have to take and tap it over. And that's going to take a while, so I will be back. Okay, after tapping on it, I got this running within 1/1000th of an inch, clear around. Okay, this little Noga arm works pretty good. Which way do these go? There we go. Okay. Now the indical. Well, actually, this is a counterfeit one from years ago from Inco, and it had these plastic bushings, and I made brass ones and made this one work better. I think the real one was actually quite expensive for the day, back in the day, over 20 years ago. And these were like, I don't know, the real one was 35 bucks and these were 15 or something. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of get that so it's centered pretty good with itself. Okay, lift it up. Now I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to leave this where it is, and I'll show, I'll have to take it loose. So if you want to remember where you are, you can set your inch right here. And you can move it, loosen this, and you can move this back and forth. And we're on 0. And each revolution is 100,000, so see, you can't really get lost. So we're on 6 and 0. I'd say right about there. And we'll get back over here. And this is at, right here at 8 is where it's supposed to be. And 0. Okay, the spindle is centered. And what I want to do is measure this mounting hole here. There's 3 of them, 120 degrees apart. So using these dials, I'm going to center that hole within 0.010 of an inch using a old time westward indicator. So let's get it over, start moving. See, we can always go back to 0, putting it on 8 there and 0 here, or center. And actually, I leave the machine like this. With that rotary table comes in handy. Okay, I'll start lowering this and see where we are. Get that little centered a little bit, move it more. Drum roll, please. Okay. I'm gonna try to eyeball it pretty good. Get that centered like that. Okay, keep moving it back a little bit. See, these things are springy and you got to fiddle with them a little bit. That's probably way too much. We'll make it work. There we are. Yeah, see, we got it reading on the dial. So I'm going to start rotating it. How are we for center? Kind of poopy, I think. We're quite close. Okay. We're there. Let's move it to here. I'm going to back this up a little bit right to 0. And we'll move it this way. It went to 0. I'm probably way off. Okay, yeah, we got a ways to go. You have to keep juggling it a little bit. Getting close though. Okay, that's high. It's kind of hard to do this holding the camera, but you see what I'm doing? I'll come back when it's zeroed. Okay, I got that thing zeroed out. You know, things like that can take a little bit of time, and that's the nature of the jig boring machine. But, you know, I just took and just tapped that thing true, and got it where it should be. So, okay, got it centered there, and the center of this big hole here is 0. So I moved it over here, and I've got it on 0 there. It was just a couple over. So, and I'm going the wrong direction. So remember the directional? So to get it to go to 0, I had to go this way. And so now we're going to look at that, and I'm going to pull it further back, right about there. Now I'm going to go to 2000s where it was, going the right direction, okay? So we'll watch it. Right at 2000s, right where it was, going the wrong direction on the screw. So now we look at the vernier and we see where it reads. The machine is centered with it on Z, with the 0 back here. So we will read it as 12 thousandths, or yeah, 12 thousandths and 1/10. So we look over here and we see it was on 8. So it was, that makes it 2.5 inches, 2.5121. That's pretty good, isn't it? So that's, I made these holes here probably with just an old vertical mill, either an Index or a Bridgeport, many years ago. So that's good enough. These holes are a little extra large, so I can knock that true. I can use this on a rotary table too. So anyway, the reason I stuck this on there, I knew what the center distance was, is just to show that a part could be put on there and measured to 1/10,000th of an inch. That might be difficult to read any other way. All right, so I'll be back.